Hi everyone, I'm Erika Burnett. I wanted to share something with you this evening that was on my heart, and it's about a blessing or a curse. I, like many people, have been through trials and tribulations in my life, and I always question what's going on. Why me? Can I get a minute? Can I get a break? Is something else going to happen, or whatever have you? And I always looked at the negative side of things. But there's a positive side to everything, and I want to share a little story about something I've gone through fairly recently. Back in September, October, I had a little issue. I had been exercising and stuff like that and wasn't able to lose weight. For some reason, the weight just would not come off. And I've struggled with this for some time. And I would always be bloated and retaining water, everything. I was just miserable. But during the pandemic, it got worse. I could exercise, nothing would happen. So at one point, I think at like one point around maybe mid September, I started to lose weight. I started to lose weight and it was drastic. I started to lose weight. I got chills and I had a temperature, all of that. So I went to the doctor, to figure out what was going on and come to find out that I had what you call diverticulosis. Now, diverticulosis is a digestive disorder. Now, not only do I have diverticulosis, that's something new, but I had been diagnosed with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and acid reflux like over 10 years ago. But for some reason, my irritable bowel syndrome has gotten worse since then. So it took its toll. So basically, my whole digestive system is very, not completely, but it's very sensitive. So I have to watch what I eat. So my body completely shut down. My digestive system would not allow me to eat a lot of foods I used to eat. And I literally stuck to oatmeal, tuna fish, and spinach was all I could eat. So after I lost all of that weight and found out what my diet plan was, and it's not really a diet plan, it's now a way of life. This is something I have to do, so I now have to cook my food. Everything has to be cooked. I cannot eat processed food, meaning I have to stay away from basically all junk food. If the meal is not cooked from scratch, it has any preservatives or things like that in it, I cannot eat it. I have to go see a gastroenterologist to figure out some kind of plan, help me with a eating plan or something like that. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's now in the works. But I mentioned that because I had to ask my question now, Erica, is this a blessing or is it a curse? I love sweets. I love eating ice cream, all kinds of chocolate, all of that stuff. And now that cuts everything out, basically. So I had to sit there and think about that because, we as human beings tend to go to the negative and we complain about certain things that may be good for us. So I had to think about it. So now my situation where I can only eat food that is good for you, I can no longer eat the food that really is not good for you, that's really bad for you. Is that a blessing or a curse? My body is rejecting all of the stuff that our bodies were not made for, that we are not really supposed to be eating as human beings. So that's why I say, is it a blessing or is it a curse? I look at it as a blessing because I no longer place those items that don't belong in my body that I really should not be eating anyway. Now I cannot eat. My body rejects it. So basically, it does not allow me to continually destroy my body. And I can't complain about that. Yes, I lost the weight and I was exercising to lose the weight. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to lose this much weight, but the weight is gone. And I can pretty much eat anything I want to eat. I eat about 4 to 5 times a day, but it's all food that's cooked from scratch. It's all healthy food. And that's why this was on my heart because I said, at times we look at things and as something being like one more thing that, that I got to get over, one more obstacle, one more, wall I got to climb. But you have to look at every situation and say, what is it about this situation that has that good side to it? What can I take away from this to make my life better? What has it done for me to strengthen who I am? What has it done for me? Where is it taking me? What is it preparing me for? Because everything we go through in life prepares us for the next step that we're going to. So I had to sit down and had that internal conversation and say, okay, yeah, you can't eat what everybody else can eat. You can't eat the things that you used to eat. But is it a blessing or is it a curse? And I look at it as I'm sorry, tongue-tied. I look at it as a blessing because, like I said, I no longer can put all those things, all that junk and all that processed food and all that stuff that's not good for the human body. I can no longer eat it. My body rejects it, which means I can no longer really damage my body. Now, will I still get sick? Of course, we all get sick. That doesn't eliminate me from getting sick. But I don't look at my digestive disorders as a sickness. You know what I mean? I could look at it like that. The world could look at it like that. But when you think about it, is it really a sickness? Am I really sick? Is it a blessing or is it a curse? You have to think about these things. In my eyes, it's a blessing. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life. So if that had to happen, it happened. I'm glad it did. So I just wanted to share that with you and say, what is it in your life that you wish did not happen? That you pray to God that it goes away and you don't have to deal with it? What is that one thing that you can look at that and turn that around and look at it with a different point of view and say, how is this helping me? What did it do for me? How has it improved my life? There's a positive side to everything that we go through. So really, there are curses, don't get me wrong. There can be curses in our lives, but there are also lessons that come along with that, and there are also things that we can learn from. So I just wanted to share, that little story with you, and hopefully anything that you're going through, that you're able to see that it's not all bad and that there are blessings in the things that you believe are curses. So I hope you got something from this video. I hope it inspired you to take a look at things from a different point of view. See you soon. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.